What's going on, y'all? Fox Sports Talk back at it with another video, and you know what time it is. It is time for me to give you guys my Week 2 NFL picks and predictions. As you see on the whiteboard behind me, I've got every single game for Week 2 and the spread at the time, obviously, that I'm giving it to you guys. So with that being said, if you're new to the channel, hit that big red subscribe button. Folks, make sure you're following me on all my social media platforms. And guys, hit the bell icon so you're notified every time I drop a video, because I do so every single week. Let's get into it. Real quickly, before I do get into the video, I do want to call out my sponsor for today's video, and that is Odds Jam, folks. Listen, you guys know this about me. I don't partner with anybody that I don't believe in or use myself. I wouldn't do that to you guys. So I'm happy to partner with Odds Jam because this is a tool that I actually can use and have used, folks, because they are the fastest real-time odds and sports betting tool that you can find out there. All right, so what does Odds Jam do? Basically, it lets you do a lot of things. But my favorite feature is it lets you do line shopping, right? So when you take a look at all of these spreads that I give you guys, these lines move throughout the week. So you want to get the best odds, all right? And you want to see what book has the best odds. Odds Jam does that for you. It literally lays out the best odds across all of the different sports books, and you can see where you're getting the best odds, all right? So it has that. That's free. It's got free line shopping. There's a free bet tracker. There's an email list. All you have to literally do, go on the website, Odds Jam, and literally just have to put in your email, and they will email you a free plus EV bet. All right, so they're literally giving that to you. I don't know why you wouldn't do it. It's so easy. So bet tracker, line shopping, email betting list, tons of cool stuff on there. Folks, I told you I use this tool. I'm not going to tell you anything that I don't use. So check out Odds Jam, sign up by putting your email in there. All right, let's get into it. So here we go. You guys always want to know how I did the previous week because transparency is very important, or else why would you use my picks, right? So last week I went 8-8 straight up. So again, not great. Right at 500 here. There were a lot of upsets. And I went 9-7 versus the spread. So slightly better, but still not enough. I need to improve on that, and I will. All right, so here we go. That was my record, and I'm going to keep a total of that running all throughout the year. Let's start with the Thursday night game. We've got the New York Giants at the Washington football team, -3.5 point spread at the time that I've given this to you guys. And let me just tell you this. The one thing I learned from week 1 is there were a lot of upsets. So it's time for me to pick some upsets. And I'm going to start right here with this first game between the Giants and the Washington football team. Look, folks, the Washington football team has a better roster, but we're talking about a Thursday night game, right, a short week, and we're talking about their starting quarterback being out in Ryan Fitzpatrick. So they're going to be starting Taylor Heineke, who's not awful. He's not that bad, but it is a downgrade. And I believe this is the opportunity for the Giants to capitalize here. Yes, they looked absolutely awful against the Denver Broncos. I get it. But Daniel Jones, as long as he doesn't lose the game for the Giants, turn it over, their defense, which is solid and improving, their weapons in Kenny Golladay, who's getting his legs under him, Sterling Shepard looks great, and Saquon Barkley, who's starting to ramp up his workload, should be able to help pull off this upset. It's a division game, which means those tend to be very close. So I like the Giants here, folks, and they're underdogs, so I'm obviously taking the underdog in this one to win that game. Give me the Giants straight up in this game. All right, moving on to the Denver Broncos at the Jacksonville Jaguars. Folks, nothing about the Jaguars makes me want to pick them, and I won't. All right, the Broncos, to me, are going to win this game. The Jaguars looked awful. I don't want to take a lot away from week 1. But one of the things I do think I can take away from is until I see otherwise, Urban Meyer looks overrated, and so I don't want to pick the Jaguars. And I didn't. I'll take the Broncos straight up. It's all about the spread. This -6 number is too big for me. It's too big. If it was 3 or 4, I'm taking the Broncos to cover that. 6, Jaguars to get there in garbage time. Trevor Lawrence, this is more of me believing in him than Urban Meyer. I think they cover -6. All right, let's move on to the Buffalo Bills at the Miami Dolphins here. I have the Bills winning this game. They're the better team overall. We know that. It's all about the spread, which is -3.5. Now, you guys know I hate that half point. If it was -3, I'm taking Buffalo all day. But -3.5, and Tua looks decent. I think the Dolphins can make this a very tight game. Division games tend to be very close. Give me the Dolphins to cover the 3.5. Let's move on to the Houston Texans at the Cleveland Browns, and this one's easy for me. Cleveland's gonna roll over the Texans here, and it's about the spread. It's a monster spread, -12.5. I'm gonna swallow the points. Give me Cleveland to throttle, like destroy the the Texans. Yeah, the Texans made me eat crow last week, but I'm going to go back and bet against the Texans here because the Jaguars and the Browns are literally, we're talking about opposite ends of the spectrum in terms of talent roster. So to me, Tyrod Taylor is going to have no time to throw with that pass rush the Browns have. This game could be over by halftime. All right? This is going to be a riot. The Browns are going to be mad coming off that Chiefs loss. Give me the Browns to win and cover the 12.5. All right? Moving on, Cincinnati Bengals at Chicago Bears. Give me the Bears to win this game. Minus 2.5 point spread. I will take the Bears to cover that. Look, folks, here's the thing. The Bengals offense looked good. Their defense still isn't very good. But if the Bears cannot win this game, they can't beat a Bengals team. Matt Nagy's on the hot seat. It will be time to bench Andy Dalton. And Andy Dalton might actually have his best game of the year against his former team. So it could be a revenge spot. So that's why I'm picking the Bears here. Their defense, especially their secondary, looks awful. So I'm worried about that. It will be close. But give me the Bears here at home to win this game. All right, let's move on to the 49ers at the Philadelphia Eagles. Give me the 49ers to win this one. Minus 3.5 point spread. And I'm going to go ahead and take the 49ers to cover that. Look, folks, the 49ers to me still have one of the most talented rosters in the NFL. The Eagles just played a pathetic Falcons team. So I am not ready to buy into the Eagles yet. Give me the 49ers and the points. Saints at Panthers. Give me the Saints here. They looked really good. That defense is elite. They're going to make life miserable for Sam Darnold and company. Minus 3 point spread. Give me the Saints to cover that as well. Rams at the Colts. Give me the Rams in this one. They're minus 3.5 point favorites. And again, I believe they will cover that. They looked great last week against the Bears. And they are going to make life very difficult for Carson Wentz and company. This is, to me, obviously a mismatch there. Raiders at the Steelers here. This is going to be a fun one. The Steelers' offensive line was awful, but they were still able to pull off that upset against the Buffalo Bills because of their defense. I think the Steelers win this game, but this line is too big, minus 5.5. Give me the Raiders to cover that. I liked how they looked against the Ravens last week in their upset win. Okay, Derek Carr slinging the ball and Darren Waller, top 3 tight end. We know that. All right, moving on up here, New England Patriots at the New York Jets. I'm going to take the Patriots here to win this game. It's all about the spread. It's a big number, minus 6. I want to pick the Jets to cover this because I do think they have the talent, and they could even cover in garbage time. But I can't do it because we know the deal with Bill Belichick and rookie quarterbacks. I think the Patriots are able to throttle the Jets here. Even though, again, this could be a close game because it's a division rival. I'm going to go out on a limb here with that whole rookie quarterback versus Belichick narrative, okay? Minnesota Vikings at the Arizona Cardinals. Give me the Cardinals here to win and cover the minus 4. I'm not a believer in the Vikings. They lost to the Bengals in a game they shouldn't have. Arizona Cardinals looked great last week. Throttled the Tennessee Titans. Kyler Murray looks like an MVP. I expect him to keep things rolling here in week 2. Atlanta Falcons at Tampa Bay Buccaneers. I mean, you know where I'm going here. Bucs should win. Minus 12.5. They should cover. But I'm going to go ahead and pick the Falcons here because I think they cover in garbage time. All right? Moving on, again, no explanation needed here. The Falcons are awful, and the Bucs are obviously defending Super Bowl champs. This is going to be a fun one. Cowboys at the Chargers, minus 3, which is the default spread given to the home team. And I like the Chargers to win this game. I just think that they have, to me, a slightly better offense. Again, the Cowboys' offense is very good, but they have even if you think the Cowboys' offense is better, and you can make that argument, absolutely. The defense for the Chargers is way better than the Cowboys defense is, so that gives me that advantage there. But I think the Cowboys cover that 3. This could be literally a 1-point game. Dak could go off, Zeke, Cooper, etc. Tennessee Titans at the Seattle Seahawks. Give me the Seahawks here. Russell Wilson looked great in week 1. The new offense, even though they didn't throw a lot, they were efficient. But that's a big number, 5.5. I think the Titans are going to rebound after that brutal loss to the Cardinals here. That's a big number. Give me the Titans to cover, all right? Chiefs, Ravens, give me the Chiefs here to win. They're just a better team. Big win against the Browns. And the Ravens, man, they just did not look good. Lamar does not look like he's improved as a passer here, even though they're at home here. I like the Chiefs to win this game. Minus 3.5. That's a tough one. But, again, Ravens lost to the Raiders, and you would think that the Chiefs could beat that. So I'm going to go ahead and take them to cover the 3.5. Lions, Packers, give me the Packers to win. Minus 11 is the spread. Now, this is where I struggle with. Does Aaron Rodgers come back in week 2 and just destroy, the Lions, which he absolutely could? Or do the Lions, who came back in week 1 against the Packers, do they go ahead and rebound, right? And so to me, I can't do it. It's too big of a number. It's way too big of a number. I think they cover that. Even in garbage time, they can cover this. It's too big. If it was -7, 8, I'd take the Packers. 11's a huge number, right? So there you have it, folks. My picks for week 2 of the NFL season. Hope you enjoyed that. I will catch you guys, as always. Thanks for watching.